Welcome on board your Transportes Aéreos Pegaso flight. The helicopter that you will be flying in today is an Airbus H175. Please pay careful attention as we review the features, equipment, and safety procedures on board your flight today. This helicopter is fitted with 16 seats, 13 face forward and 3 aft. If there is no boarding pass with a seat assigned, the ground staff or helideck crew or a pilot may direct you to a specific seat. Simply follow their instructions. This MK50 or PSTAS life jacket that you will be wearing has safety features and emergency equipment to aid in your survival should an incident occur and will now be demonstrated. Your life jacket is equipped with the following: 0.4 liter air cylinder, charging port on one side, and a pressure indicator on the other side. On-off ratchet knob, telltale indicator pin, yellow articulated hose, mouthpiece, purge button, integral nose clip, 2 manual inflation toggles at the bottom of each stole. Either toggle can be pulled down to inflate the jacket, as they each have their own cylinder. It also has a crotch strap to secure the jacket. Passengers must carry out these checks prior to donning the life jacket as follows. Check the pressure gauge reads 200 bar or more. Ensure the valve ratchet knob is turned fully anti-clockwise to turn on. Ensure the green indicator pin is raised within the red castellations. The MK50 PSTAS assembly is deemed unserviceable if any of these 3 requirements are not satisfied and must be replaced before going offshore. Your life jacket must be worn at all times on the flight. Any dangerous goods must be reported to the ground staff, helideck crew, or pilot. Some require correct paperwork and may require special handling and packaging. These items must be stored in the rear cargo compartment or carried externally. This includes any items you may be carrying on your person, such as cigarette lighters, matches, fuel, etc. No cabin baggage is permitted. Baseball caps must be placed in your hold baggage. No electronic equipment of any kind is allowed on board, and smoking is not permitted. Earplugs are provided for use during flight. They are available from dispensers at waiting room. Take 2 plugs and place one into each ear as per the instructions. If available, you will also be provided with a headset. This must be worn from when you leave the heliport until you arrive at destination. Always approach the helicopter from the designated safe zones. Always walk, do not run, and follow all instructions from the ground staff or helideck crew. Never try to approach or cross the helicopter from behind. Always avoid the tail rotor area. Wait for the ground staff or helideck crew or pilot to signal with a thumbs up that it is safe to approach the helicopter. They will escort you and assist with any loading of cargo or baggage. Whenever the deck crew or passengers need to carry a load or piece of equipment longer than 1 meter, it must be carried horizontally to avoid contact with the main rotors. Ensure all loose articles, such as caps and hard hats, are safely secured. These items can be easily blown off and into the rotor blades or engine intakes, posing a danger to anyone in the area. On entering or leaving the helicopter, always use the step and the airframe or seat to support you, but do not use any part of the sliding door. The standard seat on the H175 has a 4-point quick-release harness and must be secured throughout your flight. Ensure the circular latch mechanism is not twisted before inserting the loose ends. It must be in this position to start securing. To fasten, insert each of the loose ends to its respective position on the circular latch mechanism. To release the harness, twist the circular grip portion of the latch in either direction. Please follow onboard indications and ensure seat belts are fastened at all times. This is a non-smoking flight. There are 2 fire extinguishers on board, one mounted near the center console of the cockpit, and the second one in the rear bulkhead. There is one first aid kit on board the helicopter and is mounted on the back of the right-hand pilot's seat. The helicopter is fitted with a crash position indicator. The system will provide an accurate location to search and rescue agencies in the event of a distress situation. It will automatically activate on contact with water or can be deployed by the pilots from the cockpit. In the event of an emergency evacuation at night or in low light conditions, all exits will automatically be illuminated by the Helicopter Emergency Egress Lighting System, or HEELS. In an emergency evacuation, the cockpit doors, both cabin doors, and all windows can be used to exit. However, it is not recommended to use the doors unless told to during an offshore ditching. This prevents water from entering the cabin. To open the doors, gently pull on the door handle to unlock the locking pins. Slide the door backward under control on the rails using the handle of the door frame. Push the door fully back against the doorstop into the locked position. To close the doors, press gently on the doorstop handle to release the door locking mechanism. Slide the door forward using one of the handles or door frame until the door fully closes. Ensure the external flag cover is green. If not, with red flag cover visible, open the door and firmly accelerate the door into the fully locked position. In the case of an emergency where exit through the doors is not possible, escape can be made using the windows. Pull on the red tag at the bottom and pull out the rubber filler all the way around the seal, then push on the corners as labeled. In the event of an emergency, the pilot will advise you to prepare for ditching. If this occurs, remove your glasses, tighten your seatbelt, and identify a primary and secondary exit. When the pilot issues the brace, brace, brace command, assume the brace position. The basic brace position is the same whether you are sitting in a forward or rearward facing seat. Cross your arms. Cross your left arm over your right and grab behind the seatbelt with your fingers, with your thumb on top of the seatbelt. Again, taking care not to introduce extra slack in the seatbelt. Your hands should be at almost shoulder height in this position. If you are facing forward, place your chin on your chest. If you're facing aft, brace your head back against the headrest. The seats of the H175 are crash-worthy and are designed to compress during impact. For this reason, make sure your feet are placed squarely on the floor in front of you and not under your seat or the one in front of you. No baggage or any items are allowed under the seat and must remain clear at all times. If the helicopter lands on water, automatic floats will deploy and keep the helicopter afloat, enabling you to board the life rafts. Wait until all rotor movement has stopped and listen for any instructions from the crew for which windows to jettison and prepare for evacuation. There are 2 externally mounted life rafts mounted on both sides of the helicopter. Ensure the rotors have stopped turning before inflating the life rafts. These can be deployed mechanically from both sides of the cockpit or externally by pulling a D-ring mounted on both sides of the airframe forward of the cabin doors. There is also a third handle located on each container assembly to inflate the life rafts when the helicopter is capsized. Do not inflate the life jacket until you are clear of the helicopter. The life raft should be boarded from the helicopter whenever possible. The life raft is identical on top and bottom. It contains a survival kit, a short and long mooring line, and locator beacon. The short painter, blue, should either be cut or disconnected, which will allow the life raft, which is still connected to the long painter, to drift clear of the aircraft danger arc. Once in cruise flight, or during taxi, please make the flight crew aware of any safety concerns. Always follow the instructions of the pilots during normal and emergency situations. Please ensure you read the passenger safety card provided, and if you have any questions, ask Transportes Aéreos Pegaso personnel for more advice. Enjoy your Transportes Aéreos Pegaso flight and have a safe day.